As much as I would love to say yes, the answer is almost certainly no. Plesiosaurs, long-necked marine reptiles, are no longer alive. Now, I know there are reports of things like the Loch Ness Monster, or if you're in Canada, Ogopogo, that are reported to be some kind of long-necked reptile that survived since the extinction that killed the non-avian dinosaurs. However, plesiosaurs are marine reptiles, which means that they came from ancestors that lived on land. So they had lungs and had to breathe air. They couldn't spend their entire lives under the water. So these creatures would have to be surfacing pretty frequently in order to breathe. And we just don't see enough sightings to support an animal, an air breathing animal, to be living in any body of water that we know of. The other thing is that Loch Ness and Lake Okanagan, where these two long-necked marine reptiles supposedly are hanging out, they are both freshwater, and plesiosaurs, from everything we could gather, lived in salt water, so they should be living in the ocean. But it doesn't mean that we never find species alive today that went extinct a very long time ago. There is something called a coelacanth, which is a type of fish that was thought to have gone extinct 66 million years ago at the end of the Cretaceous period, but in the 1930s, one was caught off of the coast of Africa. Now, the reason why this creature escaped our notice is because they live in very, very, very deep water, and they're fish, so they don't have to come to the surface to breathe air. And so the only reason it was discovered is that it got caught in a fisherman's net who was doing some trawling in the deep ocean. But these are called Lazarus taxa. It means that they have a long gap in the fossil record between the time that they disappear and the time they're found living now. But it does not appear, all evidence points to the fact that plesiosaurs are not Lazarus taxa. They are sadly 100% completely extinct.